Can we build a Light Cleric from D&D in Elden Ring? Absolutely. But is it any good? Check this out. Hello everyone, I am Slightly.Lost and welcome back to a series where I attempt to recreate D&D subclasses using Elden Ring's mechanics as respectfully as possible. So if you've never played D&D before, clerics are divine healers granted the ability to heal grievous wounds through the powers of their deities. The Light Cleric in particular also becomes one of the most violent and aggressive clerics, being granted access to several flame-based spells. Oh, many will burn. Without further ado, let's get into the build. To start off, we'll be selecting the Prophet starting class. We want high strength and faith, and this has the best options without wasting too many starting points in unneeded stats. At level 50, you'll want 25 Vigor, 15 Mind, 25 Endurance, and 21 Strength. We start off with a good enough Faith stat for some early spells, so we'll be focusing on everything else for now. At level 100, you'll need 30 Vigor, 20 Mind, 30 Endurance, 35 Strength, and 37 Faith. We now have enough Strength to easily one-hand our preferred melee weapon, but we're nowhere near done with that stat. At level 150, you'll have 40 Vigor, 30 Mind, 40 Endurance, 45 Strength, and 47 Faith. We've now reached the Mind level we desire and won't be placing any more levels there. Finally, at level 200, your stats will be 60 Vigor, 30 Mind, 45 Endurance, 59 Strength, and 58 Faith. We'll have an armor piece later on to help us hit 60 Faith to get slightly better damage numbers from our spells. In terms of equipment, we'll be using the Brick Hammer with the Flame Art Affinity and the Prelate's Charge Ash of War. We'll also have the Flame Crest Wooden Shield for blocking, but we're going to elect to remove its Parry Ash so we can use Prelate's Charge freely without needing to two-hand our weapon. Lastly, we'll have the Giant's Seal for casting all of our spells. This also gives us a nice little boost to our flame spells since they're Giant's incantations. Speaking of spells, we are still a cleric and want to remember that. So we have Heal and Flame Grant Me Strength as a heal and buff spell. Otherwise, you can choose to use any of the Giant's Flame's incantations. I've specifically chosen O Flame, Giant's Flame Take Thee, Flame Fall Upon Them, Flame of the Fell God, Surge, O Flame, and Burn, O Flame. This list has a nice variety of ranges and area of effect sizes. Our talismans will be doing everything they can to increase our survivability and our damage. We have the Erdtree's Favor +2 for increased HP, stamina, and equip load. Our weapon is surprisingly heavy, so the little extra boost to equip load is a real sleeper buff here. Next, we have the Flock's Canvas Talisman to greatly increase the power of our incantations, alongside the Fire Scorpion Charm to really put our damage over the top. Finally, we have the Two-Headed Turtle Talisman to greatly increase our stamina recovery speed, which we're really gonna need since our spells and our Ash of War use up so much stamina. You can wear any armor you'd like as long as we're meeting that 51 poise threshold to be able to tank through smaller attacks. The one piece of armor required for this build is the Haligtree Night Helm, which gives us 2 more points into Faith to get us to 60. Otherwise, I've chosen the Flame Monk armor, the Tree Sentinel gauntlets, and the Tree Sentinel greaves. This puts us at 60 poise. In our Wondrous Physic, we want to be able to keep our HP up and get as much damage out of our spells as we can. So, we'll use the Crimson Burst Crystal tier to steadily restore HP, and the Flame Shrouding Crack tier to get as much damage as possible out of our spells. For our Great Rune, I'd recommend either Godric's or my go-to of Radahn's Great Rune. The primary focus for either of them is the increase to HP, FP, and stamina. You will see a greater return on HP and stamina in particular with Radahn's Great Rune though. With all that number crunching out of the way, let's see how it plays. And that is how you build a Light Cleric from D&D in Elden Ring. Did you like what you saw? What would you change to make this build even more accurate to the source material? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye, adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. And if I don't see you tomorrow, have a wonderful day.